Good afternoon, Robert Scribbler. It is August 6, 2018. Thank you for joining me for another climate change and clean energy video blog. Now for this segment, I am going to talk a bit about the extreme wildfires that continue to burn across the U.S. West, and in particular one large blaze that is now set to become the largest in California history. But before I do that, I would like to focus in on this region of southwestern Portugal, which as of the past few days has been experiencing an extreme spate of record heat. And this record heat helped to spark a severe wildfire in the region of Monchique in southwestern Portugal. And this wildfire has involved a massive response by firefighters, with hundreds of firefighters now battling this blaze. So just a bit of context to show you that the extreme heat and fires presently occurring in the U.S. West are not occurring in isolation, and that large fires unfortunately are now burning over large sections of the northern hemisphere. And this is a signal of human-caused climate change. As we can see in this NASA satellite shot from August 5th, yesterday, large wildfires continue to burn across the U.S. West and the North American West, with numerous hot spots ranging from California on up into British Columbia, into central Canada, and spackling on through sections of the U.S. East, although these fires in the U.S. East are not quite as large, with some large fires burning in the Ontario region of Canada, presently being suppressed as frontal systems run through. During recent days, we've had some stunning videos of satellite imagery of smoke plumes streaming up from these wildfires. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on this image for you, which was produced by Dr. Daniel Swain. We're going to go ahead and play this a few times. So you see these large plumes burning up through the region of California's Central Valley and spreading large smoke plumes out over the mountains, cycling in through the North American West, and also large fires burning on the border with Oregon. These fires have sent smoke into the air across the U.S., with smoke plumes extending from west to east now across the U.S. and on up into Canada. Now, according to the National Interagency Fire Center, across the U.S. and including Alaska, 100 large active fires are now burning. These large active fires compose 1,583,561 acres at present. And currently, the U.S. wildfire season is ranking about, looks like, 4th worst on record over the past 10 years. Now, the past 10 years have included some of the worst fire seasons on record for the United States, with in-season burn totals exceeding 10 million acres. Now, it's worth noting that the U.S. fire season for this year is presently far from over, and with human-caused climate change, some regions of the U.S. West now experience wildfire season year-round. In particular, a large blaze in Mendocino, California, is now growing very rapidly. And I'd like to call your attention to this particular fire because it appears to be set to break records, all-time records, for California's largest fire. And according to the Los Angeles Times, as of today, the Mendocino Complex has now scorched more than 273,000 acres. California's largest fire on record was last year's Thomas Fire, which burned 281,000 acres. And with the Mendocino Complex only 30% contained as of 7 a.m. this morning. Many experts expect the Mendocino Complex Fire to become the largest wildfire in California history. Now, it's rather unprecedented that we would see back-to-back record largest wildfires in California. So I'd like to call your attention to the present context of the situation out west. And that context is that human-caused climate change, which is increasing temperatures across the US West, is driving increased rates of evaporation, increased droughts, and increased temperatures, which also increase fire risks. This graphic was produced by the National Research Council back in 2011, indicating increased fire potentials with just 1 degree Celsius in global average temperature increase. Global average temperatures have increased by between 1 and 1.2 degrees Celsius at present due to human-based fossil fuel emissions. And this increase in temperature is driving increased wildfire risks across a number of regions throughout the globe, particularly the US West. And we can certainly see that now in California, where we are likely to have 2 back-to-back record large wildfires for California during 2017 and 2018. Thank you for joining me, and I'll be chatting with you soon.